WWE fans, welcome to the Backstage Jabronis. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We are the tag team champions of all things WWE media. Don't believe us, just ask. But before we jump into SmackDown and Raw action from this week, how are you, bud?
I'm doing good. Literally, right when you hit record, we're doing the little introduction. My mom over here calls, and I'm like, that's why I said we were sitting here talking for a good 10 minutes before we even
Oh yeah,
started filming.
oh
She could have
yeah.
called at any time. She waits. She said, "Let's get to it." But yeah,
You must
I'm
be
always
watching
good,
live.
man. Right. I want to talk to you. I'm always good. Um, a little interesting tidbit. I told you
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could start it off because it has a little bit to do with Raw. A little bit. It has to do with Raw and SmackDown in a way, but just on Raw this week, Dominique put his IC title on the line,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in full. I believe that he's going to drop the title. He's got to. They're not going to let him continue to keep being a carry two belts. That's why I keep telling myself, I mean, I want them to. Here's a little tidbit here. Dominique is the longest reigning champion, longest reigning male champion on in WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany
Oh
is the
yeah.
longest female. Dominique won the title in April. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I figured he kind of deserves to be that guy, and I say that because the tag team champions lost their titles this past Monday to an
It was a good match
interesting
too.
duo. You said what?
That was a good match too.
And it was to an interesting duo. I never expected them to put the. I don't understand what they're doing. What's the route for this? Like, because AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, which
By the way,
technically
that's
them
what I'm calling this tag team. This tag
as
team is
AJ
AJ Lee.
Lee, yes,
And it's
they're a
CM
great.
Punk's fault. He was doing commentary and he goes, "Hey, I'm just glad to see AJ Lee back on Raw again."
Yes, and that might have was what got me confused, but um, that's like I said, it's an interesting duo. I think there's a heel tag team that they want to put the titles on, and that's why they got them off of Judgment Day because I don't see AJ and Dragon keeping the titles. It just doesn't make sense.
Spoiler alert: the team he's talking about, the Backstage Jabronis.
There you go. We weren't supposed to tell them that, bro.
I want them to tune in. Hey, I'm going to pull a Bischoff here. Oh, why would you tune off of this show here to watch that other show when this most miraculous thing ever is about to happen? Hey, if I
We're going
point
to be
blank told
champions.
people, "Hey, watch SmackDown this week," me and Daniel become the tag team champions. People are going to tune in to either say BS to what we say or to go, "Oh crap, they actually did it." How did they
Yeah.
do that?
And SmackDown's numbers just shot out the roof.
Yep. And TKO
Yeah.
sold them to HBO or something, or to Microsoft,
That's what WWE's doing, man.
Amazon.
They're selling everything, bro.
I know.
I, I've heard Disney's numbers are crashing. Like a lot of people, ESPN. I'm not sorry, not Disney, but ESPN's numbers, but it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
People are canceling or they're not switching over. I kind of expected this. Me and you talked about this, even
Hmm.
though we both did purchase the the $30 because hey,
Yeah.
we got to watch our shows.
Well,
But
it was too good. When I got the triple thing here, I got the triple threat basically package. I was like, I was looking at getting those other two anyway because I don't have them. Truth be told, I was using somebody else's Hulu and think they were using my ESPN. But I was like, look, for like $5 more than I was paying anyway, I get all of this. Give me the whole thing.
yeah, Disney. Look, Disney's great, man. You can't go wrong with Disney, and Hulu is great. So I'm like, might as well. Let's throw in
Yeah.
ESPN because you get to watch some football. I think it's Monday Night Football. You get to watch on the
Yeah.
if you have ESPN.
Hmm.
So it's a good deal. It's a good deal. And it's
Yeah.
kind of isn't that kind of crazy though? Monday Night Football that's going with against kind of against WWE on Netflix on Monday night. They're saying, you know what, watch the PLEs on the ESPN. Don't worry about Netflix.
It's because not WWE. TKO, the parent company, is chasing the money, and so they've spread everything out where it's all not a one-stop shop where it used to be like the WWE Network. It's all spread out now. So since it's spread out, sometimes you're going to be booking against yourself because you got Monday Night Football on the same channel that all your PLEs are, but you got Netflix over here that's running your Monday night program. So it's kind of their own fault.
Yeah, yeah. So this past Monday kind of started off with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed coming out with Paul and them saying, "Look at us, we're them now."
No, you're
Um,
missing somebody, and he made the whole thing work.
who am I missing? Oh, was it the dude that runs it? Who's the GM of Raw?
Adam Pierce.
Yes, yes, Adam calls him out. Um, but this is something they didn't do when Seth hurt his knee or hurt his knee.
That's how I know
Um,
this one's legit. Is
yeah,
they took the title off of him.
yes. Not only did they take the title off of him, but they're like saying, "Hey, he's legit hurt." And they're saying that it happened in the match. They even almost said that it happened in the match. That it wasn't what Braun and Bronson did. They
Right.
just added to it. But we can do the whole spoiler alert because we've already kind of talked about the tag team changing hands. They put a battle royal together, and who's that?
That's me and the Raw general manager Adam Pierce about 20 years ago at an NWA show up in Carrollton.
Okay,
Met Colt Cabana. I met a bunch of people at that one. Tony Atlas, Al Snow, Gunner that used to be in NXT.
I remember
Yeah,
Gunner.
it's
I've
just
met Gunner.
Gunner's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, had to sneak that in since we had Adam Pierce. It's like, oh yeah, and I showed him that picture, and he was like, "Man, that was a lifetime ago." And I was like, "Would you quit calling us both old?"
But like we mentioned, the tag team changed, but they did a
Yep.
battle royal, and I know you're a big super fan. You're about to pull out those stupid glasses and yeet your way around. Um, this is letting me know that they're putting the title on CM Punk. You think they're going to put it on Jay?
I really want them to. He is my pick to officially win that. But I had this weird thought about 10 minutes before I got to the studio tonight. It looks like Jay is getting more like Roman. He's starting to be a little more heelish. I don't know if Jimmy's going to go with him, but he looks like he's going to take over being that super villain a little bit because there's no Seth. You've got to have a new villain, and it's not Braun and Bronson. They're not ready for it. You have
Well,
to have something. So, and you can't have face versus face. Those are boring. Those are like they say kissing your sister. I don't have a sister, and I wouldn't kiss her if I had one. So I can't say any of that. But they say that's like watching Opie Taylor, ride his bike or something. And I was like, yeah, but these two are really good. It's going to be a fun battle for that. But no, what if this is where Jay flipped to the dark side again?
this is the. I feel like he's already going that way, and but I feel like they were already planning on putting it on CM Punk.
Yeah, I think so.
So I feel like they just needed, and you couldn't. Here's the thing: you couldn't automatically let Braun win because then you're squishing Braun. So Jay is the one that I believe. That's why they didn't have. They couldn't even have Braun Breaker or Bronson in that Royal Rumble,
Right,
or in that
right.
battle rumble, huh?
People were asking me that. They said, why would they take them out of that? They'd be the perfect people to have in it. And I said, that's exactly why, because you don't want them in this part of the story yet.
Because
It's
yes, because
way
they
too
should
early.
win. You don't want them in there because it's not time. It's not time. Um, so they teased Braun Breaker being champion by him carrying the belt. So they wanted to kind of see what kind of feel they got. Now Jay had to. I thought they was going to do LA Knight for a second. There's
I did.
there was a small part of me that was like, boy, LA Knight. And once again, this man came up short. I'm starting to get a little sick of that.
But they
Um,
they they were planting seeds the whole match. I started to see them towards the end. I didn't see them the whole time, but the announcers were going out of their way to tell me how much Jimmy was
Ellie's
helping
last
Jay, and I
chance.
said Jay is about to throw him into the stands right now.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't. That's why I don't think Jay wins here. Um, I'm
Well,
going. I'm
then
going to
the
keep.
heel turn doesn't make sense unless he fully turns heel because this is the moment where he's like, "See what I'm talking about, Jimmy? When I play it straight, it always blows up in my face."
He's going to turn heel because Jimmy's going to accidentally cost him the championship, and that's when he turns on his brother.
Yeah, because you're going to see Roman standing there in the back going, "See what I mean? See what I mean? You guys won't stay out of everybody's business, and now you're costing each other matches. If you just stay out of the way, you had that one won."
Because remember, he threw Jimmy out.
I mean, look, nothing personal. If we're in a Royal Rumble, if we're in a Battle Royal,
Oh,
sure,
100%.
we're gonna try to help each other out as much as possible. But if I get a chance to eliminate somebody, I don't care if it's my own mother. She's going over the top rope,
I agree 110%. I
and we
agree.
can celebrate, and I can pick her up later and carry her to the back, and that's fine. No, if we're in it to win it, I heard something earlier on another podcast. Two people can't win a battle royal. Now they've done stupid ways that can actually happen, but it makes no sense when you do it. So two
Yeah.
people can't win a battle royal. At some point, you got to throw them over.
That time Bret Hart and Lex Luger both won. That
I
time that
think it's because they screwed that up.
they
Batista, John Cena did it too
yeah,
in a Royal
yeah.
Rumble. And if you actually look, there was a good 3 seconds in between the two of them doing that.
So I mean, hey, that's either here or there, but I think they still have plans of Braun winning the Royal Rumble. Um,
Yeah, because I want him to cross paths with Dom Mysterio at some point, where just maybe they bump into each other and they just turn and look at each other because those are two freight trains headed down similar tracks. They're just not on the same track. They're
it's gonna be
crisscrossing.
it's gonna be once Dom turns face. Like Dom will be the face, and if they do cross, Dom wins that.
Probably he is a little further advanced than Braun.
I just feel that I would almost say he's over more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now Braun, he's getting there and he's getting there in a hurry, but
It's a
they're
different
also
kind of
pulling.
over though. It's a different
Yeah.
kind of over. Dom used to be everybody hated him. Now
Well,
you hated him so much you love him. It's almost the Rocky sucks thing.
yeah.
That's
Well,
and
because
now
I mean, it really is kind of a. I mean, he still went by Dominic Mysterio or whatever, but it's the whole Rocky Maivia thing. You come out and
now
everybody's
he's
like,
Dirty
"What is
Dom.
this crap?" and get it off the TV. I
Yeah,
don't care who
yeah.
he is or who his grandfather or his dad or his uncle or his cousin. I don't care what he got, what he did at Miami. It's Rocky Maivia. This is so stupid. Well, Opie Taylor version. I guess I'm just gonna keep saying Opie Taylor tonight. Opie Taylor version. Dominic Mysterio coming out basically handing out lollipops to people and skipping to the ring wasn't doing anything. He had to become Dirty
Dirty
Dom or
Dom.
something, or it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. We'll be looking at back at him becoming Dirty Dom the way people look back at Rocky Maivia becoming The Rock.
It's a real good comparison, and who knows because the sky is the limit on the things that Mysterio can do.
Yes, yes. And he
Braun
can only
too.
get better. He can only
I
get
know.
better. Um, the reason I'm talking so much about Raw because let's be honest, I didn't watch SmackDown. It's hard for me to watch SmackDown when I'm at work on Fridays at Target where I no longer work. So now I'll be able to watch SmackDown a little bit easier, I believe. We'll see. But
You'll
is
have
there
many
anything?
more. You'll have many more places around you that you should be able to look around and see it.
I don't know if they air SmackDown up there. To be honest with you,
Won't you be in charge of one of
I,
these?
I will, but um, there's certain stuff that we can't if we don't have contracts.
Well, SmackDown is on USA Network. That's a cable channel.
No, but like we don't have contracts with. with to air the cable channel stuff. Like when I was there before, I wanted to watch um um it might have been Raw or SmackDown or something, and they was like, we can't do that.
I know I used to. I went years ago when me and some buddies used to frequent places on Friday nights. I would have them turn SmackDown on one of the channels.
But I mean, it might some of the other places might, but I think it's a Taco Mac thing. It
Oh,
might be a Taco Mac thing. You
yeah,
know
this
me,
was
I'm gonna
B-Day.
find out. I'm gonna find out because if I can, I'll be super excited to watch it.
Oh yeah, depending on what's going on, I'll just come hang out and watch it.
Come on up there. So, anything on Raw that I didn't touch on that because I know we
Like
talked
I said, the
about.
interactions between Pierce and Braun with a little bit of Heyman in there. Bronson was just there to, I guess, be the eye candy or something of the whole segment. I don't know. And he was just there. He was the statue that everybody was standing next to. Um, but no, Braun's starting to act more like his uncle is really, really good. Like the same way that Dom is starting to act like his potential dad in Eddie Guerrero with a twist. He's got his own twist on it. Braun is starting to be Scott Steiner as hard as he can be, and it's fantastic. And Heyman having to go, uh, well, uh, let that, oh, okay. He didn't mean that.
Yeah,
That intersection where he's trying to save him, but at one point he made Pierce say please and say these things and oh you want this title you okay well yeah I'll give you this title if you say please. And he kept doing that to where Pierce was like, only way I'm getting out of this is to do whatever in the world he's talking about. So I'll just do it. Later on in the night,
it,
when they cross paths again, he's trying to get something out of Pierce, and Pierce goes, well, I would probably allow that to happen and probably make it official if you say
it,
please
it was to
and
have
tie it
Bronson
back
and
in.
Braun, yeah, put in the battle royal, and he had Paul say please, and he still didn't do it.
Right. Which
So
was
it kind
even
of blew up
funnier.
in his face.
Um, what else was there? I mean,
The
Maxine
new,
Dupree actually getting better. Her and Becky was actually a pretty good match. I give
yes,
her credit. Whoever's working with her is doing wonders.
it might
Normally
be
it would be
Becky that's
Dustin
working
Rhodes,
with
but
her.
he's not in there anymore.
It might be Becky that's working with her. And she's
Maybe.
probably working her behind scenes, and she's like, and she's told them, "Hey, I think she's ready for another." Because this is two matches that she's had with Becky, and they've both been
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And is there a PLE this weekend or is it next weekend?
I think it's next weekend because
Okay,
this weekend is
I hope so because
NXT.
we didn't touch on it if it was this weekend.
Yeah. It NXT is having one this weekend because
Yes,
it
yes, you're
totally
right.
slipped my mind until I was watching NXT this week. And when they mentioned it, I was like, now I have to do a another special show to preview that because I did not even mention that Halloween Havoc is this weekend, and that is one of the coolest ones they do.
That was one of my favorite. Halloween Havoc was one of my favorite pay per views of WCW back in the day.
You remember
That
the
we kind of
tagline of that one?
snap into it or some shit like it. It was always a Randy Macho Man's,
It
was it
was
not?
it was spin the wheel, make the deal. There was
Oh yeah,
always
I
that
mean
wheel of stipulations and stuff on it.
there was also an I think that was like only like one or two different ones for that. There
Hmm.
was we're not Starbucks isn't paying us, so they're not going to see that. It's not
Mm.
Starbucks.
I guess we won't know. The only way we'll know is if that particular
They
company from Seattle slides a check this way, and I'll tell you if I'm drinking their stuff or not.
understandable.
And once again,
Um,
I will send you a special prize of some kind. I don't know what. We can even negotiate that once you win. If you can guess exactly what's in that cup, and it is from an establishment that does that. That I didn't put my own thing in that cup. That is, if people can tell me, and it's not. Be honest, it's not that hard of an order. I'm not very complicated when I go to those places. People can tell me what it is. Daniel doesn't even know. I didn't tell him what was in it.
I'm gonna say it's just black coffee, bro.
Send in your guesses down below, and if somebody hits it dead on, like I said, it is something simple off the menu with one slight modification. I don't even care if you get
Okay,
the size of the cup.
okay.
There is a slight modification on it.
November 1st, Saturday night's main event. That's where the
That's
winner,
where,
CM Punk, will go against the winner of the Battle Royal, which ended up being Jay Uso.
yeah, my
And
best
the winner
CM
will
Punk
step
impression
away
on
with the
November
title.
1st.
So is this going to be where John Cena performs, or I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. I know
Well,
his is December
he might
13th, but I'm
he
wondering.
might he might be at this one. No, because he's got two pay-per-views. So
And two
he's got
Raws,
one pay-per-view and two.
two
It's
Raws, a
like,
pay per view, and a PLE. I mean, Saturday
yeah,
night,
and a Saturday night, but it's not this Saturday night. It's a, the December
13th.
13th or
Yeah,
18th or something.
it's December 13th in Washington, and the PLE that he's going to be on will be the November 29th Survivor Series. So this is what I think is going to happen. You know, I can pull this up. I can pull this up again. I don't know why we didn't write this down or something.
Yeah, because there's only a couple things in SmackDown I want to throw out there. Get your
You go
opinion
ahead and
on.
throw him out while I'm looking up his schedule.
Sami Zayn did his open challenge. Um, the Miz's music hit, and then Carmelo paid him back for the last couple of weeks, and he attacked him. And while they were battling up by the entrance, a returning superstar
New
made
champion.
his way to the ring in Ilya Dragunov. And everybody's like, "Oh wow, it's good to have him back." It's been almost a year, over a year, and he proceeded to come down and have a bang up match with Sami Zayn, and then in the end took his title. We have a new champion. What, United
United
States
States.
champion? Yep, new United States champion Ilya Dragunov. Drago's a different guy. And also Charlotte and Alexa defended their tag titles against Sol Ruka and Zarya. That was a really good match, but it stuck out to me that it seemed like at one point Sol Ruka and Zarya were, um, I don't know, it seemed like they were holding back a little bit. And then this week on NXT, spoiler alert, but it's also Friday, so if you haven't seen it by Tuesday, look, it's even my own fault if I hadn't seen it. Um, Sol Ruka came out in a knee brace, a cane, and she couldn't really hold back tears that she's
So
done
she's
something to her
legit
knee.
hurt.
It's legit. She Here's the thing. She was gonna give up. She holds two titles down at NXT. She holds the Speed Championship, which are these 3 minute matches that are. I thought I was gonna hate them, and I actually like them a lot. And she is also the North American champion, which is like the middle champion down there for the women. And she was gonna give that one up. And her opponent came out to go, well, that's fine. Her opponent's Blake Monroe, who used to be in AEW as Mariah May. But she come down, she goes, okay, great. Well, I was going to face you, and I was going to take that title anyway. But since you're hurt, Ava, who is The Rock's daughter and the GM down there, goes, Ava, why don't you just hand that belt to me, and I'll go on to the back. And Sol Ruka was basically going to do it. She was going to just hand it over. And Zarya threw a wrench in the whole thing. And Zarya goes, I tell you what, Ava, what if I defend Sol's title against Blake Monroe at Halloween Havoc? And hey, if Sol's okay with it, that way if I win, she keeps her title, which tells me that's injury hit or miss. This might be like a meniscus cleanup or something. It's maybe like a month or two. I'm not sure how long exactly, or they don't know yet. And so, and Sol looks and goes, Ava goes, well, you have to be okay with if Zarya loses, you lose your belt because if she's standing in for you. And Sol goes, I'm okay with that. So we're actually going to get a chance to see what Zarya can do in one-on-one action because she really didn't get to do much before they stuck her in a team down there, as good as they are. But that was the wrinkle because Blake Monroe was in the audience at the time this happened at SmackDown. So her and Sol were already going to get into something because they have a match coming, but now it's going to be Zarya because Sol seems to be banged up and it seems to be bad enough that she was, boohooing on national television. So it could be an MCL or a PCL or, something that's not full on 8-9 months, you're done. It's got to
I,
be something because, like I said,
I
they're
mean,
allowing somebody
it
else
could be.
to defend her title.
That's like it could be like something like that. It could also end up being a way for them to get both titles off of her and get her to the main roster here in about 2 months. Um,
But now I'm starting
have
to think Zarya's coming with her.
have you heard anything on the Jacob Fatu?
Yeah.
What do we hear?
It is some sort of medical related thing with his teeth and his mouth that he is having some
Oh,
kind of medical procedure. And not just like, oh, just, go in and just, it's something that involves his health that he has to get fixed and whatever it is. And that's what's going to keep him out till 2026. I've seen that in multiple places, and majority of those are credible places.
and
So
I think that's
it's
also
it's something it's something health related. It's not just, oh, he needs a few teeth yanked out, because if that was the case, he'd just take a steel chair to the face.
I think that's also why you had him, how they quote unquote had him as spitting out teeth in the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I think that was
Um,
a good wrinkle.
his dates are, speaking of John Cena's dates now. I just found some.
Okay.
Boston, November 10th. That's his last home date. New York City, November 17th. Both of those are Raw shows. So the November 10th and
Okay. I
November
thought he was done
17th.
with Raw. So okay.
Yes, both of those are Raw shows. I think those were just threw on there. Um, Survivor Series, November 29th. So something's going to happen in Boston that's going to lead, that's going to fall into the following week, which is going to lead into a match that's going to happen at Survivor Series. So I say he has two more opponents. That's going to want, the first one's going to be set up at the Boston and New York. It's going to end at Survivor Series, and then from November 29th to December 13th, they will set up whoever he's going to face last.
Okay. Two people come to mind that nobody's talking about. I've heard one mention.
Gunther a couple times.
No. This is somebody in TNA who has a working relationship with NXT, whose
Say
wife
his
is
name
on
and
SmackDown.
he appears.
Nope,
Oh,
no.
he's fell
I'm
off
talking.
hard.
I'm talking about Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona and John
You
Cena
know,
have a
weren't
history.
they friends?
They are really good friends. And him being from a Jersey area, which is not far from Boston, I could see that being the Boston opponent. Um, because where is Saturday Night Main Event? I know. I remember. People have said it enough
Washington.
times. Who's from Washington, D.C., from John Cena's past?
Hold on. Batista. You think he makes his appearance for the last match?
He keeps saying that he's in nowhere shape and he has no reason to want to do this or nothing at all. And I think he does. And it's called, they're going to cut him a fat check. But he's also been quiet and not on a lot of movies lately. Be the perfect
And
time to be getting that ring rust off.
you haven't been seeing him do many posts either, so you don't know what he's looking
Nope.
like.
Right. Everybody said he slimmed down, but so is John Cena. So
Hey,
that's my guess. That's my guess. Final opponent, Dave Batista.
Gunther will be somebody he faces though. Gunther makes
Sure.
his
So I
return
say
somewhere around here as
so I
well.
say Cardona in Boston. I say Batista
Gunther.
in Washington D.C.
So Gunther at Survivor Series.
Yeah, or Dom. Gunther or Dom.
Why not? Remember, there's 4 dates. Why not have
Oh yeah.
Cardon, then Don, and then Gunther, and then Bautista?
I mean, and is there a better four to go out on?
I don't believe so.
Because
L.A.
it ties
Knight.
up every loose end and it passes every torch you need to.
I would like to see an L.A. Knight maybe instead of Cardon.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said, Cardona has a big history with him, like a good history that Cena was always taking his side and trying to help him out, always had his back on things. And I don't know. That's what it seems like to me.
It's looking like Jimmy and Cody are starting the show. For those of y'all, we're filming the night of SmackDown.
Yep. And we're only in the last minute or so, so we're not going to be filming much longer.
Oh, I didn't even see it. It didn't pop up on my new device that I'm using. So at least I know this one works. So that's positive.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we wanted to get into anyway. Because most of the rest of it didn't matter. I mean, Drew versus Cody was cool. The fact that Cody wrestled in a suit was weird, but he pulled it off. So I mean, as somebody that wears suits a lot, good for you, Cody. Other than that, any parting words?
Watch wrestling, guys, and watch us, then watch wrestling. Tell your
In
friends
that
about it.
order. In that order.
Yes.
But for my tag team partner of all things WWE media, Daniel Snyder, I'm
Owens
Jeremy York.
jersey.
This is the Backstage
Also,
Jabronis.
the 49ers beat the Falcons, bro. I told you. With a backup team. You were wrong.
It was bound to happen once or twice this year, so if I'm wrong because of you, that's fine. But for Daniel Snyder, I'm Jeremy York. We will see you guys next week. Deuces gooses. Go watch wrestling. How about them Cowboys?